Okay, my name is Clint Perkins. This is my reflection video for my leadership video, option 1, the focus group over professional development. My description of what happened at a focus group over professional development for the needs of our school. It included 4 teachers from our faculty, English 2 teacher, Algebra 1 teacher, a world history teacher, and a biology teacher. My high school principal and mentor, when we were discussing this, said he wanted to kind of focus on some things that could be taken for staff development for next fall. So that's one of the things I threw out there to him. Some of their concerns came from they've been asked to do data this year for the first time, and I guess for some of them forever. We use DMAC solutions for our data taking and analysis, and a lot of the teachers are not really familiar with it. So a lot of their concerns came from learning how to use the DMAC solutions and all of the different parts of it that can be used either for test making or for analysis of data that they had. So that was things that we discussed. The feelings part of it, I was actually quite nervous because I had time constraints. I was supposed to go, I did this video on Thursday of week 3 of the class, and I'm sorry, I'm giggling because my dog's licking water over there. Did this video in week 3 of my class because I was going to be gone for a majority of week 4. I had to go to the Instructional Materials Coordinators Conference because I've been told that I will be taking that over in the spring. So I was going to be missing most of week 4, so I could not do the video then. So I was really nervous about that. I felt pretty good with planning because I made a pretty good agenda. My mentor and I talked about, and he was pretty happy with the questions. So I felt pretty good about it. When I started the video, I'm kind of ADHD at times, and I jumped way ahead in my agenda to, I just saw something that I want to talk about with the teachers about possibility of doing a mentorship with the students, not just teacher to teacher mentorship, but teacher to student mentorship, and some of their thoughts on possible how to get that trained for that. And it kind of threw them off because they weren't expecting that then. So that was not a good moment of mine. I got to learn how not to do that sometimes. I also kind of know some things from the teachers that they felt good talking about professional development in the terms of staff development wide, dealing with things for the entire staff, like the DMAC stuff. But when you start talking about content-based professional development or pedagogical-based professional development, they kind of, I got the feeling that they were not super open about that was something that they were supposed to handle by themselves. So that was some feelings I thought about that. Evaluation of it, the good, the teachers were really open about things. They didn't mind talking about even the things that they didn't really agree with as far as like content-based professional development during the school year. They were open to talk about it. They are especially interested in talking about the DMAC solutions, like I mentioned earlier, and all the possibilities of using it. They're definitely open to talking about special ed stuff that they want to, thought that we need to work on to make sure that our special ed teachers and our regular teachers were on the same page. So there weren't, because there had been some concerns about special ed stuff, and they thought they brought that up. That was not me, and I was pretty excited about that. The negative parts about it, as mentioned before, I was a little bit ADHD at times and would throw things out there. I think kept them off balance. That was not intentional. It's just my personality. Also, some of the things I thought didn't go so great was some of my questions could have been asked in a better way that was a little more clear to the teachers. Because I'd ask them a question and I get blank stares back, and I had to redirect my question to try to get them where I was wanting to go to. So those are the bad parts about it. so I could communicate it better. That's one thing that I've got to work on in the future. Analysis. What else I could have done to make the situation better? We have a new principal this year, and our campus is really open to change, which was one of the concerns what they really had last year. They weren't sure how that was, but they thought they were. They've proven to be open to the change. I don't think that they were too knowledgeable about professional development in general as far as school improvement. They've always seen it as something that they do on their own to get 3 days of comp days in the summertime, or something they had to do. It was never something that, hey, we're going to use this to promote the school and improve the school. So that's new to them, and like I said, they've been open to change, but I'm not sure that they understand all the ins and outs of it. My conclusion: what else could I have done to make this better? It could have been a better timing as far as not being so, third week. If I had not had the IM conference to go to, I could have done it earlier in the fourth week, which I could send the teachers a survey, which I would have known where they stood on professional development in all areas, instead of just assuming that I knew, because I do know these people. I've worked with them for a few years. But there's a little bit of difference between being a teacher and being I'm a dean of students, so I'm working in administration right now. It's different perspectives on things. After taking a year and a half of Lamar University's admin leadership classes, I have different perspectives than they do, and I didn't think through that they would see things a little differently, but they did. I could have provided samples of the data that I gave them earlier so they could analyze it themselves and come better prepared for that. And I could have led them or facilitated them more to decide what we need to do instead of kind of suggesting it to them. Action plan: if I would do this again, like I said before, I would send a survey to the teachers ahead of time so I could get a real good feeling of where they were on all aspects of professional development, and not just the staff development itself. I would have given the teachers a catalog of what professional development for content-based or pedagogical-based things would look like. And, we could talk and choose about that better. I had done that back in a previous activity last summer, and I gave them samples of things, and it worked out much better than just suggesting things. So we could have met before and had a data meeting before, or I could have disseminated that to them earlier, and they could have had that analyzed, and we could have talked about the data that they'd analyzed instead of me giving an overview of it. I think that kind of sums it up. Thank you very much.